In the sleepy town of New Lisbon, Wisconsin, where the hum of daily life rarely strayed from peaceful routines, a sinister act of violence shattered the illusion of safety. 3 lives were stolen in a gruesome attack that left behind more questions than answers. With a manhunt underway and a suspect described as armed and dangerous, a community held its breath, united by fear, grief, and a desperate need for justice.
I live with this. It's hard, very hard.
I will miss my Mickey Mouse so much. I can't even imagine my life without you in it. You're the one that kept me going.
I will always love you.
But the true horrors of this case lay hidden in the shadows, waiting to be unearthed. New Lisbon was the kind of town where front doors were rarely locked, and everyone waved at neighbors passing by. Yet, in late December 2024, that tranquility was irrevocably destroyed. Police were called to a modest home on the outskirts of town, where they discovered a crime scene so brutal that even seasoned investigators were left shaken. Inside the home were the bodies of 33-year-old Elizabeth Kolba and 2 young girls, ages 12 and 13. All 3 had been violently killed, their lives snuffed out in what appeared to be a premeditated act. For a town that had seen little more than petty crimes, the triple homicide sent shockwaves through the community. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. As investigators combed through the evidence, one name quickly rose to the forefront: Virgil Thew, a 47-year-old man with a prior connection to the victims. Though police have not disclosed the exact nature of their relationship, it became clear that Thew had a significant role in the lives of Elizabeth and the 2 girls. What could drive a man to commit such a heinous act? Was it revenge, jealousy, or something more sinister? These were the questions that haunted the small town as news of the suspect spread. Thew, however, was nowhere to be found. By the time authorities issued a warrant for his arrest, he had vanished, igniting one of the most intense manhunts in the state's history. Word spread quickly that Thew was on the run and considered armed and dangerous. Helicopters circled overhead, K-9 units prowled the woods, and every road out of town was monitored by law enforcement. Residents were warned to stay vigilant, to lock their doors, and to report anything unusual. For nearly 2 weeks, Thew eluded capture. Tips from the public poured in, but the suspect remained a step ahead. It was as though he had disappeared into thin air. Parents kept their children close, and neighbors leaned on each other for support as fear settled over the community like a dark cloud.
The anxiety of the possibility of this individual being around yet has got people on edge a little bit.
On January 9, 2025, the manhunt came to a dramatic end. Acting on a tip from an alert citizen, police tracked Thew to Elroy, a small town not far from New Lisbon. Officers moved swiftly, capturing him without incident. The relief was palpable, but the arrest brought with it a new wave of questions. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. Charged with 3 counts of first-degree intentional homicide, Thew's motives remained shrouded in mystery. What led him to commit such an atrocity? Investigators hinted at a personal connection between Thew and his victims, but they declined to elaborate, leaving the public to speculate. In the days following the arrest, New Lisbon came together to honor the lives lost. Candlelight vigils were held for Elizabeth Kolba, a beloved mother and friend, and the 2 young girls whose futures were cruelly stolen. The air was heavy with grief, but also with a determination to seek justice.
The point law enforcement had contact with him, he attempted to lie about his name before he admitted who he finally was. So this is a very serious crime, but also a situation where, again, he attempted to conceal and attempted to elude. That causes the state great hesitancy about his reappearing in court.
Elizabeth's neighbors described her as kind-hearted and hardworking. The young girls, whose names have not been publicly released, were remembered as bright, joyful children who brought light to everyone around them. Their deaths left a void that words could never fill. As the investigation unfolded, chilling details began to surface. Court documents hinted at a history of tension between Thew and the victims, but the exact nature of their relationship was closely guarded by law enforcement. Did Thew harbor a long-standing grudge? Was this a crime of passion or premeditation? One particularly haunting question lingered. Were there signs that went unnoticed? Friends and family of the victims struggled to reconcile the man they thought they knew with the monster capable of such brutality. While Thew sits in custody awaiting trial, the scars of his actions remain deeply etched into the fabric of New Lisbon. The small town, once defined by its peaceful streets, is now a place where caution and unease have taken root. The tragedy serves as a stark reminder of the hidden darkness that can exist even in the most unlikely places. For the Kolba family and the two young girls, justice will never be enough to fill the void left behind. But for the community, seeking answers is the first step toward healing. As the case heads to court, the residents of New Lisbon are left grappling with a chilling reality. Violence and loss can strike anywhere, even in the heart of a quiet town. The story of Virgil Thew, Elizabeth Kolba, and the two innocent girls is one that will haunt Wisconsin for years to come. A tragic testament to the fragility of life and the importance of vigilance in the face of the unimaginable. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos.